Hello. So this is the photoresist paper, and it's pretty much impossible to deal with. So you want to rip it off in some way to get that initial plastic part off of your blue, which is the actual photoresist paper. So how I've been doing this is then sticking a piece of your copper right on top, and then taking the whole thing and doing some batch processing. So you'll want to set this up before all the students get here, because this is entirely too much to do before that. So now if we cut this up real quick, if you have extra, then it's going to get stuck in our laminator, and then you're just going to break the whole thing and not be able to do any experiments. So you send the thing through the laminator just to make sure it's all flat. And you can explain how photoresist works here, kind of what it is. How we've been explaining this is using the dark masks, because the light masks just they aren't interesting enough. But the dark masks, if this one's good. If you attach with a clip, then everything in the mask will be exposed. Like the little train. So then you can explain kind of like how stencils work, which is our example. Like if a kid's ever used a stencil and some spray paint, or they've used like seen shadows before. Another example we've used is glitter and glue. So if a kid puts glue on something and then covers it with glitter, right now it's on. Yeah, right.
It doesn't work.
It's for the developing aspect. Like with the glitter. If you have glue and then you pour a bunch of glitter on it, when you blow away the glitter, that's basically like developing. So you're taking away the rest of the photoresist, taking the rest of the glitter. With this, you want to make sure that you press the button so the light turns on, and the timer's not always accurate. You need about 60 seconds for it to properly expose, which is, middle button. Whatever. Pretend it's exposed. It's fine. Oh, it did expose. Cool. So that's what it should look like. It's also been fun explaining to the kids, like making them guess which part's going to turn dark blue. And then the developer takes 10 minutes, so don't even bother. Just have some examples ready.
Once you get the process going, you get a couple of them going, you just kind of leave maybe from previous groups in there. You just show the different types of different steps or processes involved in it developing. So one that has not been developed like this, which another thing before, once you get it out, there's another plastic side you must scrape away. Use tweezers. Unless it will not develop, you must take off the other piece of plastic, which could be hard to see. There's another piece of plastic here, which you must take off. From there, you can just stick it into your developer and just swirl it around. Make sure to get a wide bowl, not any of those narrow ones. You must get a wide one so you can easily do that. And maybe as you see it coming off a little more in areas that it's not the picture, scrape it off to help it out a little bit more. And then you can just talk to the kids about what's happening as it comes off, show different ones with different steps in the process of it coming off, and explain why it's doing that. We're just cleaning off the device. And then from there, we could also show and explain the final result and how that we will not be able to do here. And that wherever we have our final picture, like this one of the better ones we have with the dark blue just showing and most of the outside taken off, that's where we're going to dig inside, like saying a shovel digging into dirt, into the copper, and imprint in our picture how we have in the final device.
For the developer, how much soda ash did you use?
And for the actual amount, about 350 milliliters, so close to the top of the cup, somewhere around here. And then 2 really big spoonfuls of the
teaspoons.
Yeah, so like 2 big, just spoonfuls of the soda ash. And swirl it all together.
And how long did it take, like, actually to develop?
So for the start scene development, it takes about a minute. To get to this point, it could take several minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. The best one, this one took like 7-8 minutes to get to. So it's best just to show a little bit of it happening on the corners. Maybe like if one is closer to this or has a lot on there, but showing that there's a little bit coming off on the edges. That's why we want to use the black mask, because you can start seeing the edges peel off and show that to the kids. And then once you get one that gets to this point, say it's going to eventually come to this point, and just keep swirling around, adding them in and doing that, and then explain that that's going to in the end turn into this, which we can't do here.
Yeah. And for like, how many wafers did it take for the session today? Like, how many samples did you make in
By the time it got to
2 hours?
yeah, we
Less
did.
than 20.
Less than 20.
Non-stop. But I would set up at least 20 of these in advance.
Yes,
roughly,
at least.
So they can be used the next day.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Thank you, guys.